So we're excited to have a new segment on the Wilmington Show. This is the In Wilm Update with Brianna Hansen. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So in this segment, and we're going to be doing this before each weekend, and we want you to tell us, because In Wilm is this great resource that we have in Wilmington that has all the events and all of the things that, you know, to do. If you're looking for something to do, that's the website to check. Yeah. So let us know what's going on this weekend. Well,
I have a question. Do you like chocolate?
I do like chocolate. How about you?
That sounds like such like a pickup line.
Maybe it is. It can be whatever you want it to be.
In that case.
Well, although that's interesting. So I do like chocolate, but if you have a choice between chocolate and fruity candy, which do you go with?
I'm going with chocolate.
You're going with chocolate, okay.
I go with fruity candy. So are we on the same?
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I like the fruity candy. I sometimes have trouble choosing, so I get the chocolate and the fruity candy, because then I can have the chocolate first and then kind of like wash it down with the fruity candy.
There you go.
Anyway.
I like that.
So what's going on this weekend?
We are kind of, I feel like, the outliers, because most people love chocolate.
That's true.
The Wilmington Chocolate Festival is returning on Valentine's Day, downtown Wilmington Library from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I don't know from personal experience, but my friends can tell you if you try to taste your way through this, it may be a very, very bad idea, because there is that much chocolate.
Wow.
So it's a $2 admission fee for adults, $1 for children, and then it's 50 cents a tasting. Professionals and amateurs enter this contest every year, so tons and tons of entries.
So how much should we budget for this?
Because I'm like, forget the chocolate. This thing sounds expensive.
No, it's not too bad.
You said per tasting, 50 cents per tasting.
So
oh no, I was thinking it was cheap.
I'm 360 pounds. How many tastings do you think of chocolate I'm going to have?
You're saying, okay, so you want for tastings, you're looking for like 2,800 pieces of chocolate. That does get expensive.
That does get expensive.
Yeah. That also turns into one serious stomach ache. So, there's a point where you probably should.
Okay, so but who's bringing all this chocolate? Like, what's?
So, professionals and amateurs are welcome to enter this contest. So it's really a mix of, people from our neighborhood.
And then there's a competition, and you're rating. Like, is it audience or are there judges that?
So there's. Don't quote me on this, but there's both. There is definitely a judges panel, and I think there's a People's Choice as well, but they do 4 different categories. They do cakes, cookies, candies, and brownies.
Right.
Chocolate, obviously, being the theme of all of them.
See how she looked at me and said chocolate all over, obviously. It said brownies.
We know you love chocolate.
You're very strange.
Very.
Okay. So what else is going on?
So obviously, it's Valentine's week, and Theater N has completely taken care of Valentine's Day for you. Have you heard about the event that's happening at Theater N?
No.
It's really a one-stop date night. So they've been doing a live music series at Theater N. It's the second Thursday of every month, just so happened to fall on Valentine's Day this month. So they ran with the theme. They've partnered with Cafe Mezzanotte, who's offering 50% off for dinner if you want to start, your date night with a nice dinner.
Like Cafe Mezzanotte. It is a lot off for dinner.
And that's some good Italian food.
Yeah,
so
good stuff,
you're off to a great start. The Theater N show features Glass Doors. Jay Street, who just opened for Rebirth Brass Band a week and a half ago, blew the roof off of Arden Guildhall. He's amazing.
I don't.
Jay Street is amazing. He's an
Jay Street Jr.
Jay Street Jr. is an amazing Wilmington artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to check it out.
And then there's two youngins, Evan Fox and Amanda Nolan, that are going to be opening up the night. That show in particular is only $5 in advance, $10 at the door, so nice in-budget way to spend your Valentine's Day. But the best part, for anybody who's last minute, hasn't gotten their stuff together, they don't have any gifts for their sweetie, they're putting together a Cupid's Corner market that's going to have roughly 10 vendors, all local independent artists and crafters, perfect for last-minute gifts for anybody on your list.
Nice.
Awesome. What's up next?
And then I guess my final top pick for this week is the celebration of Black Film Festival that also happens to be happening at Theater N. They've partnered with the city of Wilmington to bring a mix of films in. This week's in particular on Saturday is Uncle Drew. Have you guys heard about have you seen it?
So on bootleg.
Oh, on bootleg. Well, now you can see it.
Just on bootleg.
Yeah. On bootleg. The real legit way.
Yeah. And that was,
properly screened. You're not joking.
No. No one watches
you
bootleg.
Always pay for all your media.
Yes. No one watches bootleg.
So
no more. more.
Lil Rel is he's a coach in this movie whose team is beaten by his childhood rival, and he obviously can't have that. So he turns to Uncle Drew, the basketball god in the neighborhood, who insists on pulling together his old school team of, b-ball players, who just so happen to be Shaq, Reggie Miller, Chris Webber, and Nate Robinson, all aged up about 30 years. Right. So NBA professional basketball players in their 80s. Yeah.
So there's a lot going on, and check this out, in Wilmington, okay, especially at Theater Inn. So
yeah, they've got a lot of great new programming. The Celebration of Black Film continues through February 23rd. Right. They're also doing the dark comedy Sorry to Bother You, and then Spike Lee's classic School Days.
School Days. You ever see School Days?
And then you have one more, I think, at the Delaware Theater Company.
I do. St. Joan at Delaware Theater Company retells the classic story of France's iconic saint, Joan of Arc. It stars Claire O'Malley, who actually returns from 2 recent DTC productions. She was the lead in both Hetty Feather and Something Wicked This Way Comes. She's a phenomenal actress, and we can't wait to see what she does on stage with St. Joan.
Awesome. So lots of very interesting stuff going on this weekend. If you're looking for something to do, check out
InWilmDE.com.
InWilmDE.com. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any positive stories that Zach and myself need to talk about, be sure to submit it at stories.wilmington.love.